What's up, everybody? David from Red Sky Events here. We're at the AutoCades headquarters in Hazlet, New Jersey. We're on site with Scott Inderwies. I'm pretty sure I said his name right. Scott is our
Nailed
headlining
it.
sponsor for Guys Night Out, which is happening Monday, May 13th, 6 to 9 p.m. at Proving Ground in Highlands, New Jersey. So we're on site with Scott. Scott is from Driftwood Real Estate Group. He's going to school us a little bit on the real estate game and what he does, about himself. And I highly encourage you to follow up with him on site at the Guys Night because he is there for you, just like he is for all his clients. So we're going to get into it, and we're just going to ask Scott a few questions and have some fun with this. So Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what did you do before real estate, things like that. Just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So before moving to the Bayshore area, I grew up in Woodbridge. I spent pretty much all my summers with my aunt and uncle in Belford. So that gave me the first taste of the Bayshore.
All right, you're like a quasi-native, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I was looking from the outside in, but
it's good to have outside perspective, though.
For sure. I knew what I wanted by the time I was ready to buy a house.
Okay.
I used to be a corrections officer before I started real estate. Obviously an interesting and very different job than real estate.
I was going to say a little bit of a different clientele.
A lot of similar key turning and door opening, but
nice.
Yeah, so I did some time there, and I appreciate all my experiences, but I was blessed enough to find Driftwood and find real estate, which I'm very happy about. I love real estate. It's all phases of it is it's always interesting, and I love helping people.
Yeah, it's funny. I guess you learned how to deal with difficult clients being a corrections officer.
For sure. I haven't found one that has beat me yet.
I was going to say, you could deal with a few angry homeowners they're a little bit better than inmates.
I try to always keep them happy, but yeah, exactly.
Nice. So what is your strategy when it comes to helping buyers and sellers? Why would someone give Scott a call rather than Joe Schmo, or just thinking that they could do something like this on their own?
So I always try to be very informative. I want my clients to know what to expect. I feel that it helps them to understand the process and not feel overwhelmed with the market that we're in currently, which is obviously a very competitive market, right?
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, I'm very aggressive. I'm up early in the morning and I'm up late at night, just nonstop, trying to find my clients an edge, right? It's something that you really can't do half-ass.
No.
So I'm always looking for maybe a price reduction or something that's just came back on the market, or something that fell through the cracks and really hasn't had any kind of status change where people just forgot about it.
True.
And I've actually found some success in.
Or you might get
that.
A little bit of maybe the selling agent where something's been on the market for a while. Maybe some people are scared, where you being aware of the area and some of the things that might scare off some people, you might have a little bit of better idea or way to look at that.
For sure, especially like in the Bayshore area, a lot of people are worried about the flood zones, right?
Of course.
It's a legitimate concern, but if you know the area, like I like to think I know the area just about as good as anybody.
Right.
If it's going to be an issue or a non-issue.
Right. Yeah, that's important, especially for those moving from out of the area.
Exactly. And right now we have a lot of people coming from New York, so they really are not familiar with
That's true.
what the Bayshore offers.
So I guess on that note, you said it's difficult, it's very competitive, and I know firsthand from very close friends of mine, just getting beat out of a house before they even step foot in the door, that's tough.
Absolutely.
So I guess what is your best advice to home buyers, whether it's a first-time home buyer or someone that's downsizing or whatever the case may be, but someone who's looking to move now, what is kind of that advice that you give them?
Do your homework, know what to expect, ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. I'm always here to answer your questions, and I try to answer the questions before they're even asked.
Now, this is guys' night. Now, guys, traditionally, we don't like to ask questions.
For sure.
How many of us ourselves or have a relative that said, I don't need to ask the guy at Home Depot because I know where it is.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we'd rather look on the phone and look it up and make believe we know.
I'm texting my stepfather. I'm saying, hey, man, what is it? What is it?
That's right. But it's important. You got to ask the questions.
Listen, I try to be valuable to my clients as much as possible.
Right.
So if they're not asking the questions, they're not helping themselves.
That's true.
Right?
Very true. A lot of us think that we could do all this stuff. It's kind of funny. Like I think about, it's reminding me a little bit of the not real estate agents, travel agents.
Right.
It turned into, I could look up the cruise and I could find the flights. sometimes you get people that look at real estate a little bit kind of similar. You know, most of them, they won't take the whole undertaking on, but they feel that they could do the search. I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of clients that say, hey, Scott, I'm buying this house. Just come and show it to me. This is a formality.
Right.
Meanwhile, you get a professional on your hand that says, whoa. You don't want this house. Did you think of this? Did you think of that? All those kind of things.
Listen, obviously these websites have mainstreamed so many things. Travel is one of them, and real estate is another.
Yeah.
You know, Zillow, Realtor.com, those types of sites are helpful because it kind of it helps people to get a good grasp on what is out there. However, I do think that there's a second layer. You know,
100%.
I'm here to be more aggressive for you, and what you don't realize is that what I'm seeing on MLS typically is a little bit faster than what is updated on those websites, right? So you might actually be losing time by not coming to an agent.
Right. You know, people say, you know, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm still doing my little research. Then I'll call Scott. No.
Yeah.
Call Scott. He'll help you find the things that you don't even know are available.
Exactly.
So, all right. We did a bunch of fun, you know, very informative things. Scott's great. I encourage you, catch Scott's here at Guys Night, talk to him, get his information. His information is on our website. You could find it, you know, follow us on social media. His link is on our landing page. So now let's have a little bit of fun.
Cool.
So, all right. If you could describe the Bayshore area in 3 words, what would they be?
That's a tough one. I would say beaches, parks, commuting, because Bayshore area kind of has something for everyone. Like I said before, you have a lot of people coming from New York because what they realize is that it's so commuter friendly.
Yeah.
My wife, for instance, takes the ferry to New York every day. She's 45. She's in Belford and in New York within 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's so easy.
You get home from work, you're 10 minutes from the beach. You're probably 5 to 10 minutes from the nearest park.
Right.
You know, it's just it's nice to be able to commute to the city, go to work, have that long day, and then come home to something beautiful.
That's true.
Like I told you before off camera, I'm a mile away from the waterfront in Keyport, so I walk my dog there every day. It's a great peaceful way to start the day.
My regular running route is the Bayshore Trail, right from Atlantic Highlands to Highlands. So I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
We don't have a dog, but I'm just, you know, whatever.
Me and my wife just went to Papamoor Point the other day.
That's it. That's my spot. Love it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a good one. If you could, all right, either a famous person or a fictional character, if you could give them a housewarming present, who would it be? What would you give them, and why?
Well, I most people that know me know that I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
You can tell by your colors.
True. I came ready.
A subliminal Yankee fan.
Yeah. I would say, if it was Derek Jeter, I would sign a ball and give it to him myself as a gift. Because Derek Jeter doesn't need a gift, bro. He doesn't want anything from me.
He might give you a Ford engine in return for that gift.
He might.
Nice. That's a good one. And I think my final question is going to be, I guess, what was the most interesting or embarrassing story you have from one of your showings?
I would say, honestly, it's probably the first showing that I ever did. I'm a brand new agent. My broker sends me out to this showing. She gives me a lead. I'm all excited about it. And we get through the house. They kind of like it. There's a garage in the back of the house. Right. They wanted to see the garage. So I open it up. We see it. They like it. They walk out, and I go to lock the door. Key's stuck in the door. Now, I'm quietly panicking. I'm jiggling it. I'm pulling.
Nerves are setting in.
The key breaks off. I don't know who to call. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It was the most silent panic I've ever performed in my life.
That's funny. You had your corrections officer muscles were still shining through that day.
Exactly. Yeah. I was a key turner before, and I guess I tried too hard.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for your sponsorship.
Absolutely.
Come meet Scott at Guys Night. Like I said, Monday, May 13th, 6 to 9 p.m. at Proving Ground in Highlands. See you guys there.
Later, guys.